When did you last take some time to relax and think about yourself? Perhaps you got a massage. Whether you spent the morning browsing your favorite stores or getting lost in a new movie, one thing is certain. You put down your phone and gave it some attention, the daily grind. But it may have been a while since you've done that. That is completely accessible. You may be veritably busy with a lot of particular and work-rated tasks. You are always there for musketeers, family and co-workers when they need you, which may mean you now say no to their requests. Your loved ones bring you a lot of joy. But if you forget about another corridor of your life, the effects can get out of whack. You could feel tired, perverse, or indeed unhappy with the people you watch. You need time down from all of this, and it may indeed be good for your internal health setting. Healthy boundaries will help you take care of yourself, while making sure that others treat you with kindness and respect. I want you to watch the whole movie and not miss a single assignment, because they will each help you prioritize yourself, which is a commodity you feel to have lost for a long time. If you do that, please leave a comment. I am ready to move on to assignment number 1. Looking at yourself is one of the most introductory and deep ways that Stoic study can help you grow as a person and come more mature, is to exercise tone. Examination every day. Take some time to suppose precisely about your conduct responses and studies. Ask yourself honest questions like, what good have I done moment? What could I've done better? Do my conduct match my true values? This diurnal tone examination isn't only a way to become more tone apprehensive, but it's also a deep dive into our own minds that helps us figure out our strengths and excrescencies. Knowing where we stand helps us see a clear path to growth and tone. Enhancement, also tone. Examination keeps us from falling into the traps of comparison and meaningless competition with others. Rather, it helps us concentrate on ourselves and our trip, acting as a guiding light that lets us see and judge life through our own eyes, not the attention or praise of others. By asking us tough questions and facing ourselves directly, we are not looking for quick fixes or easy answers. Rather, we are taking a slow, careful path to learn further about ourselves and love ourselves more. Not only is tone examination a way to get better, it's also a way to live a meaningful life where we are always trying to be the stylish interpretation of ourselves. Flashback. That on this road, every little step forward is an important step on the way to true freedom and happiness. We get so caught up in our worries, work and connections that we forget about ourselves. Every day, the noise around us and inside us gets louder, leaving our souls tired and wanting to escape in this noisy world. Stoic gospel has tutored me with a precious assignment through moments of silence. I learned to be apprehensive of my passions and studies without judging them. It's simple to forget who we're and what is important to us when life gets crazy. For particular growth and happiness, we need to take the time to look inside ourselves. Tone. Reflection helps us figure out our strengths, sins, ideals and pretensions, which leads to a further real and meaningful life to come. More tone. Apprehensive launch by watching your studies, passions and conduct without judging them. Pay attention to how you respond to different situations and look for patterns that keep coming up. Being apprehensive of yourself is the first step to getting to know yourself better. Look into your beliefs and values. Suppose about the values that guide your choices and conditioning. Suppose about whether the values you hold now are in line with who you are, or if they were shaped by outside forces. Get in touch with your core values to make sure you are living in line with who you accept your defects. Faith that you aren't perfect and that no bone differently is either. Accepting your excrescencies helps you become more tone compassionate and strong. Focus on progress and tone enhancement rather of trying to be perfect, which you cannot do. Face your fears and beliefs that hold you back. Find the fears and beliefs that are stopping you from reaching your full implicit change the way you suppose about These negative habits, taking small ways outside your comfort zone, facing your fears, an important part of growing as a person and gaining power practice, gratefulness, and tone of care. Be thankful for the people and effects that have made you who your moment. Do effects for yourself that are good for your mind, body, and soul. No matter how small your accomplishments are, you should be proud of them and be kind to yourself. When you actually and compassionately look at yourself, you can start a trip of tone, discovery, and change. Accept the trip and keep in mind that tone. Reflection isn't a thing, but a way of life that leads to further tone. Mindfulness and happiness. Number 2, being apprehensive and planning. Not only are awareness and contemplation good for your mind, they can also help you ameliorate yourself and find out further about yourself. They're further than just ways. They come attendance on a trip to change how we see and interact with the world around us and with ourselves. Imagine that we start the journey of contemplation in a quiet space down from the noise and
chaos of everyday life. This is the moment when you and your mind are free to explore without any worries or prospects from others. This is where you find the power to laboriously control your studies and feelings. It's not easy, you have to be patient, commit and exercise every day. But this never-ending work is what gives you the power to control your mind and keep your inner peace indeed when effects outside of you affect it. Being aware, a big part of contemplation is paying attention to the present moment without judging it. Awareness practice teaches us to step back and notice our studies, passions, and sensations without getting caught up in or controlled by them. This helps us understand that studies and passions are only temporary countries that we can observe without having to identify with or automatically reply to them. Awareness and contemplation practice on a regular basis gives us the power to control not only our studies and passions but also how we reply to the world. As we gain confidence and stay married to this path, we realize how important it's to concentrate on ourselves. This not only offers us inner serenity, but also more independence and self-awareness than allowing comparison and competitiveness with others to rule our life. In our world where we are frequently lured to the anxieties, tensions, and disruptions of the outside world, Stoic philosophy leads us on an intriguing journey into our inner world. It drowns the soul in the grandeur of our feelings and thoughts and causes us to forget how powerful we truly are. If you engage in mindfulness and meditation, please share your thoughts in our comment box and believe they have the power to alter your life. Third, make sure your goals are reachable if you wish to improve yourself daily. According to Stoic philosophy, we should aim for attainable goals, such as improving a skill or cultivating a virtue. By concentrating on these kinds of goals, you may give your life direction and significance. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes the value of leading a meaningful life while embracing the difficulties it presents, such as picking up a new skill, forming a healthy habit, or simply just being more realistic. Goals include being nice and patient in relationships, as demonstrated by EX. Anna, an office worker, made the decision to work on her communication skills. Her objective wasn't to become an inspirational speaker overnight, but rather to get better every day. To that end, she spent 15 minutes each morning reading and reflecting on communication principles, and every evening before going to bed, she made time to pray and express gratitude for the progress she had made. From Anna's story, we see that setting realistic goals not only helps us focus on ourselves, but also brings satisfaction and gratitude in life. These carefully set goals help us create a meaningful life focused on self-improvement every day. For Anna, prayer was a moment of self-reflection and an opportunity to acknowledge positive changes in her life. Through this practice, she not only learned patience and self-acceptance, but also how to be thankful for what she had. In a world that is constantly changing, we need to remember that every day we are one step closer to becoming the best version of ourselves through prayer and gratitude. In the face of pressure and anxiety, we frequently look for solace in other things like relationships at work or material possessions, but the peace we seek comes from within ourselves. It's the process of learning to control our thoughts. Development daily not only builds inner strength, but also cultivates optimism and gratitude, a solid foundation for a happy and purposeful life. Sentiments and dispositions in every circumstance. In order to keep going forward and progress as a person and as a worker, it's critical to create objectives that you can truly achieve. Setting goals that are too difficult for you to achieve will only lead to frustration and a lack of motivation. Establish specific goals at the outset, whether your objectives are to improve your physical and mental well-being, advance in your career, or develop personally. Be clear about what you want and consider your available resources. Have a look at setting objectives that are within your means, increases the likelihood that you will achieve them. Take a look at the time, money, talents, and resources that are at your disposal. Put it down. Divide your objectives into manageable tasks or milestones. This approach reduces the intimidating nature of the overall goal and facilitates monitoring your progress. Set fair deadlines. When you set deadlines, consider how long you truly believe it will take to accomplish your goals. Consider the other tasks you must complete before establishing unrealistic expectations. Can lead to disillusionment and exhaustion. Don't be rigid. Things can change during life, so keep an open mind and be prepared to adjust your plans, goals, or schedule as necessary. Being flexible is essential for overcoming obstacles and staying on track with your objectives. By implementing these 5 suggestions and setting realistic goals, you can increase your chances of success and maintain your motivation and pride in your accomplishments along the journey. As you begin to focus on achieving inner peace, this is a magical force, your inner tranquility. This is a profound truth from Stoic philosophy that is supported by evidence. When I find tranquility, my family gradually sinks into that peaceful state, making my everyday worries and busyness seem like nothing. It can become a fortress that protects you from life's storms and a guiding beacon for those around you. I've seen this happen in my own life. True serenity arises from putting one's needs first and making sure that one's principles guide every decision and deed. This is not selfishness. It's creating a solid foundation for peace for everyone, including oneself. Galvin's story serves as an excellent illustration of this. Galvin is a typical office worker who, every morning, takes a few minutes to meditate in order to center himself and reflect on what truly matters. Being able to control his thoughts, feelings, and actions, he learned to live in the present despite the world's constant reminders to regret the past or worry about the future when things go wrong. Does not allow his bad feelings to overcome him. Instead, he concentrates on the music that is currently playing. When Galvin asks himself, "Is this within my control?" he usually finds the answer is no, but the exercise teaches him the value of letting go of things he cannot control and concentrating on making positive changes in the things he can while training. Galvin demonstrates to us that when we look for our inner tranquility, we not only find contentment and tranquility for ourselves, but also grow to be an inspiration and pillar for others' community. This demonstrates how, despite the difficulties and obstacles we face in life, we can use our inner peace to transform them into opportunities for growth, learning, and positive transformation. The 5th, having the guts to deal with difficulties. Life is a journey fraught with dangers and challenges. Adversity constantly puts our inner fortitude and resiliency to the test. The precepts of the Stoic philosophy about courage and perseverance help us deal with adversity with resilience. But how do we maintain this strength even at the most difficult times of our daily lives? There are a ton of motivational tales on social media about people who overcome adversity and suffering with incredible fortitude and faith. These tales may have you wondering how you might achieve the same results. Is there enough guts in you to face your little challenges when others can tackle bigger ones? Inspiring individuals such as Nick Vui and Jack Ma, as well as the Stoic philosophy, teach us not just how to be strong, but also how courage and self-belief can transform adversity into inspiration to persevere and rise above. Confronting problems is not only a personal journey, but also a means of imparting knowledge and soliciting advice from others. This perseverance enables us to recognize the immense potential we possess to overcome any obstacle. The concepts of Stoic philosophy instruct us that we are all endowed with extraordinary capacities to handle and overcome adversity. These concepts combine to produce a magnificent symphony of courage, belief, and perseverance that motivates us to find significance and worth in each and every step of our path, in addition to fighting life's windmills. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you from the bottom of my heart. As a token of our gratitude, we hope you will continue to support us by liking and sharing this video with your friends. Thank you for being with us through the first half of this video series. Your patience and attention are not only a great source of inspiration for us, but also a great example of how to apply the Stoic philosophy to everyday life. Remember that taking time for yourself is not only an important part of self-care, but also a solid step toward building inner strength and resilience in the face of life's challenges, implies being prepared to go despite your fear. Number 6. Increasing your strength, resilience, and ability to withstand storms is not enough. You also need to be able to turn opportunities into problems and lessons into problems. To start, let's acknowledge that each of us has a powerful tool, our willpower and intelligence. Once you accept this, you will no longer view obstacles as obstacles to overcome, but rather as chances to advance in your personal development. Travel being strong doesn't mean never falling. Rather, it means resilience also requires acceptance and understanding. So learning to pick yourself up after failing at life shouldn't ever blind you. You can find inner peace and acceptance if you can accept everything in life with a level-headed mind and understand that everything happens for a reason. This implies that every obstacle you overcome isn't just a financial victory, but rather a turning point for spiritual development that makes you more brave, resilient, and mature, particularly in the Stoic philosophy, where developing resilience is a voyage of self-awareness. It is a process of questioning and answering oneself that lets you recognize that you have a choice in every situation, and that option is what makes you genuinely resilient. Patience and courage are qualities that you build in your own heart and mind. Lastly, remember that in a world full of physical and emotional obstacles, resilience isn't always derived from taking on challenges head-on. Strengthening oneself doesn't only involve lifting heavy objects, it also involves developing resilience, perseverance, and desire to get stronger. You must do more than simply get stronger. You must also strengthen your body and mind, so that you can face life's obstacles with grace and confidence. Establish specific objectives and begin by considering what it means to you to improve. Is it being physically stronger? Consistent training is essential, while working out, practicing focus, or performing either of these things. Setting clear, attainable goals can help you stay on track and stay motivated. Difficult things results are the product of persistently concentrated effort over time. Accept this process and have faith in your own ability to advance. Don't give up when you step outside of your comfort zone. You will grow. Don't be scared to push yourself above your perceived boundaries. Recognize that suffering can spur you on to greater success, whether it's raising the barbell or confronting your anxieties. Direct connection between the mind and body. Become aware of the connections between your mind and body. Strong mental character frequently results in strong physical character, and vice versa. Develop beneficial habits such as meditation, visualization, and positive self-talk to help you accept failure as feedback. Failure is not the end, rather, it is an opportunity to grow and improve. Accept setbacks as helpful information. Modify your approach and persist, keeping in mind that resilience doesn't imply never failing. Rather, it means rising to the occasion each time. By adhering to these 5 guidelines, you'll not only become stronger but also acquire the fortitude and determination required to face the issues you encounter in life. Keep in mind that developing strength is a lifelong process that results in personal development and strength. Number 7. At its foundation, being grateful isn't just a virtue, it's a profound acknowledgement of the abundance that God's loving hand has bestowed upon us. It's the sacred art of acknowledging the numerous blessings that come our way every day, eschewing the shadow of discontent and embracing the light of gratitude. We are obligated to look within and develop the habit of being grateful every day. Besides from the fact that being grateful is a lighthouse amid a storm of trouble, it helps us focus on the many blessings that have been showered upon us, rather than the holes in our life. Providing solace to weary minds and spirits in trying times, let's not give up, but rather turn within to the reservoir of thankfulness that resides within each of us. Even on the darkest evenings, there is a ray of hope and gratitude that illuminates our path and guides us towards serenity. It is in those times of profound thankfulness that we discover the real meaning of resilience and discover strength in our open heart and unwavering devotion to the transformative power of gratitude. Truth seekers should heed the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and the holy teachings of faith. When we practice gratitude, we not only find comfort for our souls, but also unlock the endless treasures of inner peace and divine grace. If you share our perspective on the above sentiment, please leave a comment below. This movie illustrates gratitude. Number 8. By putting virtue. In order to demonstrate our fairness and resilience, let's say that someone steals your idea and claims credit for it. Rather than becoming tense and angry, you choose to follow the principles of Stoicism because you are wise enough to know that becoming angry only makes things worse for you. This means that when we talk about focusing on ourselves every day, we should not only know about these virtues, but also live by them every day. A courageous situation. By putting morality first in your actions, You can create a meaningful and truly happy life that isn't affected by outside factors. By being honest with your coworker about the problem and taking a fair stance, you not only show that you are moderate and fair, but you also maintain your self-respect and belief in your worth. This demonstrates how prioritizing virtues helps us live in accordance with our genuine selves and foster positive relationships with both ourselves and individuals in our immediate vicinity. This highlights the significance of prioritizing virtues in our daily lives and focusing on ourselves. Perhaps accepting the present is the most natural thing we can do, as life is full of changes that don't always turn out the way we want them to. It requires courage and patience to deal with these changes. So in order to accept the present, let's first discuss what values are and why they're important. Good moral qualities or traits like honesty, compassion, bravery, and integrity are called virtues. Setting key morals first when making decisions is the first step towards doing so. Consider your personal principles. Spend some time reflecting on your own morals and selecting the qualities that best resonate with you. Consider instances in which you were proud of your actions or someone else's behavior, and try to identify the values that were at work. Self-awareness enables you to ensure that your actions are consistent with your beliefs and teaches you how to make moral decisions when faced with a choice. Prioritize values over ease of access or rapid gains. Consider the ethical implications of your acts and make an effort to live a morally upright life. This could entail sacrificing immediate financial benefit in favor of morality and happiness in the long run. Lead by example. Set a positive example for others by acting morally at all times. Your behavior speaks volumes about you, whether in professional or interpersonal relationships or just around the neighborhood. Setting a good example for others to follow starts with putting virtue first. The goal of this study is to examine the meaning of virtues and demonstrate how they influence our decisions, interactions, and ultimately our sense of purpose. Making virtue your primary guiding principle can help you live a worthwhile and satisfying life in a world that is often driven by competition, self-interest, and instant gratification. By putting values like honesty, kindness, and ethics first, people not only improve their own character, but also contribute to the creation of a more moral and peaceful society. A life filled with integrity, compassion, and enduring joy. When you consider it, practice accepting the present moment and make a commitment to yourself to grow. Number 9. Deep lessons serve as a powerful reminder to enjoy all that life has to offer, including both joy and pain. In a constantly changing world, being able to accept everything, from happiness to problems, is a great way to break free from the chains of choices and expectations, which should instead be used to promote harmony and peace. Not just an outward action, but also a mental attitude, a state of the soul. It's not about giving up and letting fate happen, but rather a profound comprehension of nature and a spirit of acceptance of everything that occurs in life. Giving up or accepting truth means acting from a place of deep spirituality. Additionally, as we accept things as they are, we should be mindful of the lessons that Jesus taught us. We can see that accepting your fate and putting your trust in God's plan are two SIDS of acceptance with safety and assistance. We discover that by accepting, we also demonstrate our patience and faith in God's good designs. When we accept things as they are, we release ourselves from the burden of the past and the worries of the future. We also prepare ourselves to learn from every situation and become more knowledgeable. All of these benefits come from carefully accepting the present moment, which not only calms the soul and helps you grow as an adult. Make space in your soul for peace and freedom in every moment of your life. Additionally, remember that being self-aware means understanding that each moment is a gift from life, and that controlling our needs and wants is a crucial step toward achieving freedom and happiness in life. Stoic philosophy teaches us how to manage our needs and wants in order to find inner peace and distractions. By doing this, we're actually learning how to take control of life rather than letting it control us. Examine how Stoic concepts might assist us in overcoming our aversions to certain needs and wants and focusing more on our own well-being. Addressing desires and dislikes. Stoicism is a way of life as well as a potent strategy for resolving the biggest and most pressing issues in life. One of Stoicism's most crucial lessons is that, in a world full of desires and troubles, we must learn to regulate our needs and avoid the mind. It accomplishes this by searching for meaning and satisfaction in life, caught up in our desires and other people's demands all the time. But the Stoic expressed ideas on how we might be free and happy, even when we are powerless to change external circumstances. Instead, we can obtain those things by accepting and concentrating on them, and we have control over the thoughts that run through our brains. Imagine joining an art competition where you have to look excellent in order to receive praise and appreciation from the judges for the amazing and gorgeous pieces of art you've been working on for months. It's unfortunate that when it comes time to show them what you believe the jury will decide, you don't receive the attention you deserve. The drive to keep honing your skill, being independent, and getting to know yourself will give you the chance to shine easily. Sophistic thought will teach you that being liked by other people doesn't make you happy. Accepting and respecting yourself will. Rather than giving in to sadness and the desire to be noticed by others, these things will help you find contentment and tranquility in your life. You will discover that you never lose sight of the truth of light and freedom in life. The breeze of pointless wants and fears, you will instead learn new ways to be deeply happy and long-lasting feelings that we all have when this journey begins. Unfortunately, life is full of problems and difficulties. We can't change the way things work, so we have to accept that fear and anxiety are normal parts of living. If we follow these rules every day, remember that we always have the most power inside of us if we admit it and focus on what we can change. By looking at what we can change, we can see that life isn't just about getting better. It's also about liking and accepting everyone around us. Keep that in mind as you go through life's challenges. Your problems will give you the strength and support to overcome all of your obstacles. Tell us about your experiences and which lessons stuck with you. Thank you for watching our video, and we'll see you in the next one. Please leave a comment below describing who they are, how they've changed your life, and how you two have grown together. Finally, don't forget to support one another by subscribing to and liking our channel.